Welcome, parents. We're so excited for you to join our Rocket family here at Richland Elementary. We are your kindergarten teachers. I'm Mrs. Winans.
And I'm Mrs. Lynch.
We put together a slide presentation for you that for our virtual kindergarten roundup so that this resource will help you get your child registered and ready for kindergarten. This resource will be available on our webpage, and you can access it anytime you need to.
Okay. So let me go ahead and just share the screen. Okay.
Welcome to kindergarten. On this first page, we're going to meet our administration team. These wonderful ladies are here to help us become better teachers and to support our students and our family. We have Miss Carrie Sands, our principal, Miss Kelly Michael, our assistant principal, and Dr. Michelle Rollins, our counselor.
On this page, you can find some basic information about the school. It will give you information about the school's address and phone number. And our mission at Richland Elementary is to engage students in a safe learning environment to become socially and academically successful. Now, on this slide right here, you can find information about getting online to register your student. The most important information on this page is that if you live within our school zone inside BISD, you do not need to go to open enrollment. You just need to go to register a new student. And on this page, you will find the information that you need when you go to register, all the documents that you need to bring. Just make sure you have all those with you when you go up to school to fill out that paperwork.
So we need to make sure that every child who comes to kindergarten has a current and updated immunization record. So schedule that doctor appointment this summer, and those are the shots that every child needs to have before the first day of kindergarten.
On this slide, you'll find our school hours. School begins at 8 a.m. and it ends at 3:25. And at Richland, all of the students may enter the building at 7:30 in the morning for breakfast. Our first bell rings at 8, and the tardy bell will ring at 8:10. If you arrive at the school after 8:10 with your student, you must bring them into the office to get a tardy pass.
This slide talks about our dress code. You can see a website on there that will take you to the district website. Just a couple of things for our kindergartners. We ask that they dress comfortably in clothing that they can easily snap, zip, or unbutton. We ask that you make sure they do not come to school with flip-flops on because they are very dangerous as we do go out to recess and go to PE every day.
Okay, this slide's going to talk to you again about attendance. And the most important thing to know is that we really do need your kids at school by 8 a.m. We start our day when they come in at 8 with our morning routines and our morning work. And when they get to school on time, they generally have a better day. When they're running late, it tends to be a harder morning for them. And just remember, attendance is important. If they are not at school, it's really hard for us to make up the work that they do because we do take a hands-on approach to their learning. And if they're absent, they miss it for the day and we are not able to make it up. And make sure, unless your child is running a fever or throwing up, they do need to be at school.
Let's meet our teachers then.
So I am Mrs. Lynch, and I've just completed my 22nd year of teaching. 21 years of my teaching experience has been in the kindergarten classroom and first grade classroom. I grew up in Texas and in Arkansas, and I graduated from the University of Central Arkansas with my early childhood degree. And my husband and I live in North Richland Hills. We've been married for 18 years. We have 3 daughters, and all 3 are in the BISD school system. We have an elementary, middle, and high school student. So it keeps our life interesting. My passion is teaching the early childhood students. I love watching them learn and I love watching them grow throughout the year.
And I am Mrs. Winans. I've taught elementary students in kindergarten and first grade for 16 years. I spent 5 years of my career in the private preschool position as a director. And I was born and raised in Iowa and received my teaching degree from the University of Iowa. My husband, Jason, is an assistant principal in BISD as well, and we have 2 children who go to BISD schools. We love BISD. Teaching is my passion, and I cannot imagine myself doing anything else. These next couple of slides are of our classrooms. You can come back and check those out and get a closer look as we finish up here. We're going to move on to the curriculum. So our goal is to provide your child with the opportunities and skills they need to become independent, responsible learners in our classrooms. Kindergarten isn't anything like it used to be. So just remember that as they're coming, our curriculum moves pretty at a quick pace and we do lots and lots of learning. I'm going to talk to you specifically about the reading and writing part of our curriculum. During the first semester, kindergarten students focus on learning letters and sounds and writing those letters, and then we use beginning literacy concepts in our reading and writing workshop model. So reading and writing workshop is a time where we teach many lessons and then move out to specific learning stations or centers for our friends, and we get to take a more hands-on approach, meeting kids at their level in those stations. This page right here is going to show you about what level students should be on at the end of kindergarten. Level C book is the first picture there, and a level D is the second picture. Those are where we expect children to be reading independently at the end of kindergarten. And in writing, our students have a lot of varying levels when they come in at the beginning. Most students are able to draw a simple picture and write a letter-like symbols or a few letters, but by the end of the kindergarten year, we expect for them to be able to write a good complete sentence that starts with an uppercase letter, punctuation at the end, and has spaces between the words. And their picture should help convey the meaning with their words.
Okay, so in math, we place a large emphasis on hands-on instruction, and we spend a lot of time in kindergarten talking about number sense. We use hands-on games in our daily routines to help our students learn to do our math concepts that we learn throughout the year, and we know all of our kids learn at a different rate. And so Ms. Winans and I both believe that it's really important to provide a hands-on instruction that is differentiated through large and small group settings. Our students also work in differentiated math workstations throughout the day also. So by the end of kindergarten, our kids are reading and writing and counting to 20. They're comparing quantities. They are adding and subtracting within 10. They're comparing length and weight of objects, and they are rote counting to 120 and skip counting by tens. In science and social studies, we also really are all about the hands-on approach to learning. In science, we talk about things as safety, science tools, five senses, matter, and energy. We have a great science lab that we take our students to, and we get to do a lot of hands-on experiences with them in our lab. And in social studies, we spend a lot of time talking about rules and authority figures, our community that we live in. We talk about traditions and customs because we know all kids have different traditions and customs that they celebrate. So we love to bring visitors in to help our kids from the community and just to give them different experiences. We love to cook with our children and give them that experience also. So let's talk about how you can have fun this summer helping your child get ready for kindergarten. So I'm not going to read this whole page to you, but this is great information about getting them ready for the year this summer. And so one of the most important things we can do is give our kids a good night's sleep. If your child is not rested, it's harder for them to have a good day at school. They really need 10 to 12 hours of sleep. There's information on here about using smartphones, televisions, computers, good food, exercise, and play every day. It's so important. And a really big skill is teaching your children to be independent and doing things for themselves. This slide's just going to kind of continue with that, and it gives you great skills to see if your child can do these things to be ready for that first day of school. And on our last slide here, we have just some kindergarten readiness activities that you can do this summer, anywhere from having your child learning to write their name, practicing ABCs, counting, practicing rhyming words. And these are great skills you can repeat, do different times, mark them off as you go, and just have fun with that with your child this summer.
All right, and our last slide is a place where you can find all of the ways to contact us. We have our school phone number and all of the email addresses of the people that you have seen on this slideshow, as well as our attendance clerk, Mrs. Andrea Johnson. She's there to help you with any of those enrollment issues that you might need or have questions about. So we thank you for coming. We are so excited to meet your children in the fall, and we hope you have a great summer.
Yep. Have a good summer. Thank you.
Thank you.